I am Margaret Ann Lembo, and we're here tonight together to talk about and connect with gemstones and crystals and how to match those gemstones and crystals for the purposes of what our intentions are crystal intentions, crystal clear intentions. We create our reality based on what we think and what we're focused on. And whatever we think, that where our thoughts go, that's what recreates our reality. That's what the world around us reflects because of what we're thinking and what we're imagining, right? We're imagining. So I've created this beautiful series of oracle cards, and I'm going to use that for the purposes of sharing and teaching. And the first one that I chose, because we're doing prosperity tonight, one of the that we're focused on is prosperity. And this is from my Gemstone Guardians and Your Soul Purpose cards. But regardless of what deck or whose deck you're working with, emerald is a really great stone for connecting with prosperity and abundance. If you want to increase more um, money in your life, increase your wealth, then it takes imagination and action. So the imagination matches up with creativity, which we're going to talk about a little bit later in this presentation. But to be able to visualize and imagine, can you imagine more money in your checking and savings account? Can you imagine a much larger uh, amount of money, let's say, in your retirement account, or that you even have a retirement account? Perhaps this is something that you might want to consider if you haven't already established one. When I was a little girl, I grew up in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, and there was a bank called the Lincoln Savings Bank. And every Tuesday, my mom or dad would put a $5 bill in this like brown envelope that had the logo and everything of Lincoln Savings Bank and had my name and account number on it. And I would bring that to school with me, I think from age 6, from first grade. And we would put $5, I think it was $5, but that's what comes to mind. $5 a week would go into my Lincoln Savings Bank account. And it was just a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And it also, we had this little piggy bank. It was actually an 8 o'clock coffee can that was intended to be a bank. I don't know if some of you remember 8 o'clock coffee. And I would put all my change in it. I would, as a little girl, just whatever change I came across, however I got it, through my parents, through whatever. And so I learned at a really young age the importance of saving money. And it really helped me throughout my life. And in fact, I was a mortgage banker for 12 years. I was a banker first in the on the side of retail banking as a bank teller, both in Manhattan, in Queens, and also here in Florida. Went through college, but also as a mortgage banker and helping people get into their homes. So the banking industry is near and dear to me, and taking care of finances are near and dear to me as well. So as you can see on this card, I matched up the emerald gemstone with thinking about being prosperous, having the ability to take care of finances and deal with that. So even look at this. You can see the words on the screen. Trust you have the ability to be successful and prosperous in a loving and healthy way. Simply activate your inner money manager and achieve your goals. So you can affirm, you can use affirmations, positive thought forms. That's another thing I learned as a very young girl from my friend Vic Affogato. And he taught me about the magic of believing and the use of affirmations. So probably from 6 or 8 years old, I had started doing the affirmation world, or creating my affirmations. So here we go. I am grateful for my understanding of finances and money. So if that affirmation isn't true for you, then learn about it. Do the research. With Google, we have so much ease in getting information, and perhaps even take a little course somewhere or somehow. Next, I have excellent mathematical skills. Well, we have the opportunity to have those mathematical skills through a lot of devices. Back when I was growing up, I sound like an old fart saying this, but we didn't use calculators. It was paper and pencil, and that was it. I handle money with ease and intelligence. Can you believe I call myself an old fart? How silly. I'm young and beautiful. So the merchant card in this deck is associated with green aventurine. Green aventurine is one of the merchant stones known throughout the ages. It also can easily match up with the gemstone citrine. Citrine and aventurine together are phenomenal as to affirm and remind yourself. So the idea is the gemstone doesn't actually, voila, create the money for you. It's you that's creating your reality. You're taking the action, you're moving it forward, but it's a reminder that you want to do it, that you can do it, and even perhaps to remind you to think the thoughts, have the visualization of what you want to create as your reality regarding, in this case, prosperity. So, an affirmation: prosperity abounds in my life, goodness multiplies. Whatever I desire, imagine, and passionately act upon becomes a reality. So, back when I opened the Crystal Garden, I'm sitting here at the Crystal Garden in the Angel Room, which has now become our studio to film. And back when I first opened the store, I put a citrine gemstone and also a green aventurine gemstone in our cash drawer. Back in the day, it was a blue cigar box. Now it is a regular cash register up in our front showroom. And it's still there. That same green aventurine, that same citrine 33 years later. So prosperity mist is something I had created to add the olfactory sense to creating prosperity and abundance. I had this realization with where I could hear, often I hear things clairaudiently. I heard basil, bay, bergamot. Some of you may have heard this story before. I was making eggs. I was making breakfast one morning, and I heard basil, bay, bergamot, and I kept hearing it almost like a cheer. So I was like, all right, shut off my eggs, go in my office where I have all the big apothecary, the 1 pound bottles of essential oils. And I put basil, bay, and bergamot together using my skills that I know as an aromatherapist, because I am an aromatherapist. And I was like, what is this? And I hear, this is prosperity mist. You add the rest. So I added some other ingredients, and Prosperity Mist now has definitely helped me and my store to create abundance, because the olfactory nerve works through the limbic system of the brain and helps us to recognize and create what that we can create what we want. We just have to keep focusing on and imagining it. So that even includes imagining like how much money is in your account. So now, in generally speaking, in the prosperity category is also just generally abundance or good luck. Good luck. I even have a good luck spray too. But jade has been known throughout the ages for this. This card happens to be from my Crystal Intentions Oracle. See, now this is one way that I've created like abundance in my life, is that I have 6 decks that I'm helping other people through these affirmation decks, and also a 7th on the way in 2022. And so you can pull a card and read the intention. The intention on this card is on the right-hand side of the screen. Improve visualization of positive outcomes. Attract good fortune and good luck. So you have to decide to attract good fortune and good luck. Improve financial status. That's up to you how you do that. Activate your millionaire mind. And the affirmation to go with jade is, I am incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money with plenty to spare. I also like to say I always have plenty of money with plenty to share, because I like to share. So this is what you can do: is you can put the jade in your pocket. You can put a thin flat piece in your wallet. And so, or any place where you will gaze at the stone and remind yourself, yes, I am abundant. It's easy for me to be prosperous and abundant. So, one of the most important things in our world is to feel safe and protected. And especially, it seems like even more so lately, because the way of the world is a little bit different, if you ask me, than I remember. It's been intense. So here, smoky quartz is one of the gemstones that I look to assist with feeling safe and sound and protected. And we can do this through transformation. So this is from my Angels and Gemstone Guardians cards deck. And you can call on an angel of transformation. I have a whole book on the Essential Guide to Everyday Angels. You can call on these angels and ask them, help me. I need some help. I don't feel safe, and I need to transform my reality so that I can feel better, feel safe and secure, and I want to attract only goodness in my life. So you can talk to angels or the divine, if you don't want to call it an angel, the divine, any way that is comfortable for you, but also very much like a good friend. Angels can only assist if we request their assistance. So here you can see smoky quartz points in the background and a smoky quartz cluster on the screen on this card on the left-hand side of the screen. So this also asks you to touch base with and tap into what emotions you might be feeling, and to embrace both your positive and negative emotions, but also to release anger and resentment. When we're angry, when we're resentful, when we're feeling fearful, we're going to attract that. So we want to be able to quiet our minds and focus on what we do want, not what we don't want. And smoky quartz is a really nice stone for helping to kind of calm the emotions, and also like almost like heal the wound of whatever emotion is underneath where anger and resentment resides within yourself. The less angry or resentful you are personally, the less you're going to find that coming back at you. It's still going to happen because we're in a world of polarities. So regardless of how perfect you are at focusing on and creatively visualizing blessings and well-being in your life, there's still going to be a little bit of that, unfortunately. At least I shouldn't believe that, perhaps. I should probably believe that we can have a utopian situation. I have been called Pollyanna before. If you don't know who Pollyanna is, check it out. So notice this last sentence on the left-hand side of where the smoky quartz is on the card. Watch your emotions be transformed into one that is free, that frees you to live life fully and love fully. All right, so the angel of transformation. Let's see the last sentence. I fully appreciate this transformation and continue to allow my feelings to make themselves known to me. So when we know what we're feeling, when we're very conscious and aware, that is how we can transform our reality, because we're consciously aware. So it's awakening consciousness. All right. So another gemstone that I really like for protection, safety, and feeling, grounded is hematite. Hematite is named after the vibration of hemoglobin, because when you work with the gemstone, it actually looks like it's bleeding red, and it is known to help people calm hyperactivity, to calm themselves enough that their blood pressure is also reduced. So this is a great stone as a pocket stone, or what some people call a worry stone. It could be a tumbled stone. You could even wear it as a pendant, a bracelet. And so as you can see, the intention from this Crystal Intention Oracle card deck, calm hyperactivity, as I'm looking at the card on the right-hand side. Stay grounded and focused. So you have to make that intention, that too. So when you're feeling scattered and all over the place, you can hold on to your hematite. Think, okay, I'm going to ground and focus myself and do one thing at a time, because that's all we can really do. I try to tell myself I can multitask, but really we can only do one thing at a time. Repel negative thought energy, release annoyance and distraction, encourage inner peace and a quiet mind. The affirmation to go with hematite is, it's easy for me to quiet my mind. So instead of thinking, I can't meditate, I can't do this, my mind is incessant chatter, maybe that's true. But I can tell you that you can quiet your mind, and you can, even if it's for, like I mentioned earlier, 5 seconds at a time, then 10 seconds at a time. Then before you know it, 20 seconds, you haven't really had a thought. Often deep breathing in and out, focusing on the breath, noticing the place between the in-breath and the out-breath. That's really effective, noticing that gap. and going into that gap for a moment. And if you're focusing on breathing, which we do automatically, we don't have to think about that normally, and that helps you to quiet yourself down and relax. So it's easy for me to quiet my mind and maintain awareness. I can find inner peace. So hematite matches up with all those good thoughts. Now, this is from my Gemstone Guardians in Your Soul Purpose deck. And I have with throughout this deck, I have all different careers and professions, and each one is within a category. This is in the justice category, and the police officer card matches up with black tourmaline, and this is about being safe and sound and having that vibration of being safe and sound around you. And the affirmation, I am safe and sound and out of harm's way. I follow the rules and expect others to do the same. I'm aware of how my thoughts, words, and actions affect those around me. So that's a biggie. I could talk a long time about how thoughts, words, and actions affect others, but we don't have enough time for that. So the police officer questions. So what I like to do on most of my decks is have a one or two or even three thoughts were I should say questions for contemplative thought. So this is it important that everyone follow the rules and regulations established by society and the law? Police your thoughts, words, and actions as you go deeper into your intentions and motives. Establish and maintain a sense of safety and protection for yourself and those around you. I like that. Police your thoughts, words, and actions. So it's about self observation, observing how you speak, how you think, what kind of words are you expressing within yourself and to others. And that also contributes to feeling protected and being protected because our thoughts create reality. So Palo Santo, if you are familiar with it, you can use the Palo Santo stick and burn that like you would a sage stick, a smudge stick, or you can use the spray, which of course is one of our top five. I think it's in our top five bestsellers. Maybe it's in the top seven, and it's very effective for clearing negativity and bringing in blessings. So look at those goldstone. So this is a little snippet, literally a snippet out of my book, Crystals Beyond Beginners. Awaken your consciousness with precious gifts from the earth. And so goldstone literally is a glass. It's a man-made glass. The reason I like to include things like this, which is a glass, or other stones that are man-made, and that sounds like an oxymoron, is because they're so vibrant in their colors and they have history of assisting people with their lives. So now we're moving into talking about confidence and creativity and courage. So the goldstone is a stone that was created originally in Italy by I want to say a duke, Doges. I think that's how you say that. And they would create an I in my from what I understand, the legend is was near like where the Murano glass factories are near Venice, you know. And they ended up giving the formula, the royalty gave the formula to the monks who continued to create it. Now, that's not necessarily true these days, I'm sure. This is probably out of China, maybe India, but probably China. But they're beautiful. And you know, I've observed back when we had children in the store, they would they would be drawn to the goldstone so much. This is a stone that help you shine your light brightly, to help you find confidence and the courage to take action. The color of the stone, which is really an orangey red, is the vibration of the root chakra, and the navel chakra. And those two chakras, those two energy centers, are really beneficial for assisting you in being able to take action on what you want to take action on, what you want to make to create your reality. Because we can imagine all we want. We can write about it, we can make vision boards, blah, 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 all those good things, those are good things. But until we actually take action and make it so, the words of Jean-Luc Picard, make it so, you know, it's nothing. So goldstone is a good stone to help with that. Helps you to shine your light. So I'm going to read this right here, this snippet from the book. This glittering stone is useful for giving you the physical energy you require to maintain your personal ambition and drive, which are typically natural attributes of the Capricorn personality. So this is from the astrological chapter in my book, because I do have a chapter on astrology by itself. Goldstone is a stone of self-worth and self-motivation. It's an excellent mood stabilizer. The brilliant sparkles within the stone help remind you of your magnificence and encourage you to shine your light brightly and with confidence. So any orangey, sparkly vibe will do. So here we have a card from the Crystal Intentions deck, and this one is to help you connect with golden topaz. So topaz usually are pretty tiny; they're like little itsy bitsies. It looks bigger on here because thank you photography for that. So this is a stone that can, and any yellow gemstone, golden calcite, citrine. There's probably another one I'm not thinking of, but here golden topaz to help you to visualize, to have confidence, to have courage. So visualize life purpose. These are the intentions to match with golden topaz. Amplify joy and bliss. Improve ability to speak up. So that takes courage to speak up for yourself or to make a statement. Cultivate ease. Process all that is happening around and within you. So the golden energy. So, I'd also like to remind you, you probably already know this, is to go ahead and wear colors of, wear outfits, or even, what do I want to say? Little, for some reason, my camera's being silly. Um, like accessories, that's the word I was looking for. Find accessories that are yellow. Eat yellow foods, wear yellow clothes, and you know why you're wearing it, with the intention to amplify confidence, to amplify your creativity and your courage. I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining brightly before me. So visualize and then take the steps and the action. My ultimate favorite gemstone for creativity is carnelian. Yum, yum, yum. We have some beautiful carnelian bracelets in our showroom. We'll be showing that later tonight in our shop, the Crystal Garden from Home show. We'll be doing that after this event. So stay tuned for that. Or any Tuesday night. Usually starts right around 6:30. So here we have the carnelian card. Carnelian is red chalcedony, and it is really excellent for helping you to take action, just like I've been talking about, and also like the root chakra and the navel chakra, and also to find your creative aspect of yourself. So I made this carnelian match up with the visual artist, and as the vibration to any type of art, this is the great stone to help you with that. So here we go. Let's read what's on this card. Do you have special awareness and notice form, color, textures, and geometrics? Maybe that's an aspect of yourself. Tap into that part of you, the part of you that is an artist. Allow yourself to receive inspiration to think beyond the normal lens. Channel divine inspiration, you can do it, and organize your thoughts so that they manifest in your life. So when I create these these PowerPoints that I share with you on these Tuesday nights, I do this over my weekends, on my days off, to have something, but I love to do it. As much as I want to maybe go out in my garden or watch something on Netflix, I also really enjoy creating these because it's very creative to put these together with all the different colors, and I love to share and teach, so that's part of it as well. So there's different ways that we can create. It's also through cooking, maybe through gardening, through rearranging your furniture. There's so many different ways, as well as graphic art, or even by what we post on Instagram and Facebook, etc., on with our memes, right? So the affirmation to go with this, and I have Carnelian in more than one of my decks. Creativity flows through me. I can see things that others seem to miss. My imagination is the key to my success. Yes, that was a dramatic pause. My imagination is the key to my success. I have great vision and perspective. So, the more that we believe these positive thoughts, the more that we say them, the more that we believe them. And our body, our mind believes everything we say, everything we think. That's why it's so important to be really mindful and aware of what thought forms we're allowing in our consciousness. So here's the copper card that's from my Crystal Intentions Oracle. And the reason I wanted to choose copper for this confidence, courage, and creativity portion of tonight's presentation is because it's a great conduit. It's great at any chakra as far as working with any energy center because it's a conduit for bringing in blessings and well-being and goodness and prosperity. I could have put the copper in the prosperity section of this talk. In fact, this is a prosperity card. You see how this particular card has the green border? It's color-coded deck. And so, but I wanted to talk about it from the standpoint of courage and having the ability to take action because it's got energy flowing through it. So here, the affirmation on the intention on the right side, be a clear conduit for messages and inspiration. Complete inventions, formulas, and creative works. You probably have things that you've started. You can finish it. Maybe some copper in your life will help, or the copper color. Amplify courage and confidence. And then the affirmation is I am a conduit for goodness and prosperity. I receive inspiration and great wealth. So there you have it. Now, I took my photograph that I have of orbicula jasper, because this is the photography that I have is was created back when I created my book, The Essential Guide to Crystals, Minerals, and Stones. This is a very worn copy. And so you'll see the same orbicula jasper in this book and also anywhere else. But I took the really gorgeous file of this and wanted to have it in the background so you could really see these orbs here. So you can see that, well, maybe you can see that you can't see me because I don't see my camera working anymore, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Just listen. So look at those orbs. This shows that the vibration of the circular and the cycles of life, unlimited possibilities. So this is a stone of unlimited possibilities. It's a stone to help you relax into the flow of a happy life. Flow, the circles, the cycles. What goes around comes around. So that statement, what goes around comes around, is actually a universal law. It's a fact, it's a universal law. And so, what I want to express here is how important it is that we pay attention to what we put out into the world because it is going to come back. And so that's for both good and maybe not so good. My grandmother, she might not like that I say this, she's up in the heavenly realm. She used to say this expression in Italian. I don't know how to say it in Italian, but she would say, If you spit in the wind, it comes back in your face. So that would be more of if you put negativity out into the world, it's going to come back at you. So we need to pay attention to what we put out because of the cycles, circles of life. So we want to attract goodness and love. So my life glides forward with ease. I am mindful. I think and act with positive energy. I love that particular gemstone. It's a gorgeous photograph, don't you think? So I want to thank you so much for joining me. I love sharing with you. It really fulfills me. So I hope it helps you in some way, even if it's a couple of things I said that would just inspire you, or uplift you, because my intention is to uplift and inspire. These are all my books and decks, and I have a seventh deck coming out in fall of 2022, and I'm so excited about that. And I also have two other books. One is an ebook called All About Smudging, and I have a coloring book as well. It's not pictured here. So if you want to join me next week, we do this every Tuesday night at 5:45 Eastern time. It's gonna, and then right after, like we did tonight, I'll share another little information, hopefully inspirational workshop on techniques for dealing with anxiety associated with the holiday season. I think we can all have that. It couldn't be associated with any season, right? Yes, we can all get anxiety. And so if you want to watch this again, or somebody you know could benefit from it, you can send them over to my YouTube channel. Replays are available on youtube.com/Margaret Ann Lembo. I want to thank you so much for watching. May your days be filled with blessings and love, and may the angels light your path. Many blessings.